I'm hoping most of you watching this have eyes. And if you do, you're gonna notice there's a couple of things that are a little bit different, right? And the first of them is, how cool is this new camera angle? How cool, I figured out how to get it to sit properly on, you know, webcams have this little like clips and stuff to sit on top of your monitor, and I finally figured out actually how to use mine, and I got it to sit in its intended spot. And I personally don't know how good I feel about it just yet, because I haven't seen it yet. Like, while I'm recording this, I haven't seen it yet from the editing perspective, but I'm gonna stop talking about it because I think if I do, I'm gonna get a hell of a lot more nervous than I normally am. I don't know why, it's a new camera angle, but anyways, the second thing that you're gonna notice is our beautiful starter house is no longer with us, and I promise you guys, it had nothing to do with the Enderman that's chilling in the corner over there. I promise, it was. I'm taking full responsibility and accountability for this. The Enderman only removed one dirt block, as far as I know, and I've managed to recover that dirt block. But he's not the guilty one. He's not the guilty one. It was me. And I just cleared out a bunch of extra space because while I was sitting and, you know, AFK waiting for, you know, all of this to happen, you can see we've got a bunch of resources spitting out from, you know, our little automatic system over here. Return on diamonds was much better than I actually expected. And that's a pleasant surprise because I was a bit nervous that, you know, we made the diamond mesh, we put it in here and everything. And I genuinely wasn't sure about how well this was going to pay off, and it seems in terms of diamonds and emeralds and other valuables as well, it actually seems like it was worth it. It was worth it to upgrade just, you know, from the get-go and go straight to the diamond mesh as fast as possible. And apart from that, you know, this system is still working great. We got coal and stuff in there, but yeah, I let that run while I was dismantling this house over here. How nice with the... Oh, how nice. He moved. So that he moved so I could segue the house. And now there's more. I really want to sort this out. I really want to sort this out. I don't know why there's so many of them.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine. You're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would know.
So we've had a little bit of a change to the quest log. I saw that the mod pack had a bit of an update, and some stuff was actually removed, some stuff was added in. The biggest knock that I'm quite angry about is they took out refined storage, which means we have to purely rely on applied energistics at the moment. And applied energistics, I love it. I'm not unfamiliar with it, but it definitely takes a lot more work. It does look prettier though, once you've got everything like set up and you've got all the tables and auto crafting, everything happening, and it's a lot more involved. It's a lot more involved though. Okay, now these guys are getting irritating. Just everywhere I go, whether I'm like inside a chest or something, these guys are just all over the place. So we should, I don't know what the range is on their teleport. Like how many invalid blocks do we have to have around before they stop spawning? But yeah. Why are you mad? Why are you angry? Why are you like this? Oh, okay. At least I can fight them. Now. But I'll give my crafting table on a stick back. Speaking of the mob spawner though, I did notice that we are getting a bunch of, like, you know, all of this stuff. And from previous experience with Apotheosis, I know that it is quite cool. It is quite a, not cool, but it is quite a good idea. Yeah, from like we are getting a bunch of this extra stuff, like this, like leather caps and leather stuff, and I mean it's pretty like worthless gear for now. But you know, I'm just gonna cycle through them like as needed. Like as these boots break, I'm just gonna grab another one. But the reason I'm keeping them all is when I've played with Apotheosis's mod before, I know you can kind of like break them down into resources that are like useful for other things. So I think I'm just gonna hang on to those until we see that that's either needed or not needed. But yep, gonna have random dirt blocks to clean up everywhere from Enderman. But yeah, let's pick a goal from here to have a look at. I mean, power is not really an issue for us at the moment. We could work on applied logistics a little bit. We could, I don't think power is an issue at the moment because we do have the infinite lava cycle that we're kind of abusing. We don't really need to go a bit further down mechanism at the moment or create to do anything. But yeah, I think our biggest priorities at the moment should be just, you know, I was leaning a little towards mystical agriculture and applied logistics. So I think let's have a look here. It's saying that, I mean, we've got the manual rolling machine. We've got the forge hammer, which we can use. I think the forge hammer is probably going to be the cheapest option to kind of go with this. So it's 3 of those. That's 3 of those. Like that. And there we go. We got our forge hammer, which is just an anvil. And here we go. Let's use this new utilized space that I worked very hard to clear. Oh, ow, that was loud. But there we go. We got our forge hammer down. So we need iron plates. Okay. I know. Let's. We should probably yeah. Let's look at getting a hammer as well because we can probably make a diamond one with a lot of the spare diamonds that are sitting in here. Let me just rush over to bed. And we can have a look at them. Crafting recipe for that. There's probably this one. It's the one that looks a little bit bigger. Okay, diamond large plate, which we get from the normal diamond plates, which we have to craft with an ore hammer. Okay. I wonder, do we have an ore hammer left over from anywhere? I don't think we do. So we just do a copper one because these ore hammers are pricey. Need 2 blocks of copper and some sticks. So gotta grab some wood. And that's another thing actually is we don't have like a very renewable source of wood, and I definitely want to have a look into that as well. I think we need 8. That's just 2. How many do we need? We need 3 more. Okay, maybe we don't do that one. I think was it 5 that it wanted from us? It doesn't show anymore. But anyways, we got that. Now we just need this inscriber, which is quite cheap. We got the plates. We need the inscriber, which we can just grab from there. I think we're gonna need some redstone as well, because we search up the recipe here. Grabber, we need a couple of pistons. So that's some cobblestone. Back to wood again. Yeah, we are using wood way faster than we are producing it. So I wonder if we just have a look into it. If there is a just before we actually no, let's just finish up inscriber. And now I do want to check, do we have any botany pots or anything? Oh, we do. We do. This would be very useful.
2 seconds later.
I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit like watching paint dry, but it is growing. And this will basically, I think, just automatically generate some wood for us just passively in the background so that I don't have to sit and grind trees ever again. But let's get back on track. Let's just undo that small little bit of sidetrack and have a look at what it says over here. A2 is complicated. That's true. It is complicated mod. Do you think I've waited for so long? That's true. Using our inscriber, we can combine certain items that are in place to make inscriber presses. We will need all 4 of the presses, but that's okay. They're decently easy to get. Cool. Make circuits. Just make circuits, use those presses, each press. Okay, all right, so that's pretty much still standard. It's just the getting of the presses that's going to be different. So I think let's start with the silicon press, which is skystone, dust, iron plate, and silicon. So are we going to get our hands on some silicon? We are going to need the 4 iron plates, though. We're going to need our skystone dust. And it looked like, I don't know, we're gonna need some of these crystals and stuff. One silicon. We'll see what the full recipes are as we get them by one. This could be... Oh, does this need power? Oh, this needs power, doesn't it? Yeah, this needs power. And... 2 seconds. We need another generator. Okay. Catastrophe averted. Catastrophe averted. We've got a generator, which I hope is going to be compatible with this. But let's just grab some lava and we can just double check to see if it... Okay, it takes the power. It's going. There we go. Okay. We got the first one. I think this will give us second one, and I hope this goes into the third one. Okay, calculation. Is this... Yep. That's what we need for the third one. I wonder, what do we... Oh, that just makes another one of... Did I just waste the... There we go. That should give us our last one and take us one step closer, all that one step closer to finishing that and getting going with this. So, okay, controller is the first part. Smelt the skystone dust. The flux dust. Okay, that's fine. We do need a charger, which is also quite cheap, but thankfully they're, you know, giving us the one material that we're not falling out of control on just yet, which is the iron. Grab that. I hope this also just takes power from... Okay, it does. Okay, that's actually a huge step for us, because having that charger, I didn't realize, can actually charge the items from other mods as well. So if we ever do come across a, you know, an item or a, you know, anything else, or, you know, anything crazy like a gun, we might be able to charge it up using that. Specifically, I think the thing I'm interested in the most is, you know, having a jetpack, so that we can just have a little bit of flight, which would take away a little bit of the fear of falling off the island at every second step that I take. Here we go. Okay, we're getting the sky stone. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere with the sky stones. I can't. Some words. I can't. I can't with some words. Okay, so this is going to cost us nether quartz, redstone dust, and charge cirtus. And I think we've got quite a bit of charge cirtus from quest rewards, but the problem here is nether quartz. I haven't actually seen us get a lot of it. So let's just have a look and see, where are we getting nether quartz from? Quartz geo, or is there anything that we can get it from?
One eternity later.
In the sieve, maybe? Okay, it's a soul sand. It's a soul sand. Okay. So... Okay, alright, we could do that. The crushed netherrack also seems to drop it as well. But I think the soul sand is probably going to be our easiest bet, because all we'll really need actually is just one soul sand. And I don't know if we do have that, but I know, you know, thank you past me for setting this up already, because we've got the witch water here, and we are then going to have to delve a little bit into create. And as much as I wanted to avoid that earlier already, we're gonna delve a little bit into create because we're gonna need to do a little bit of a cheesy setup for the soul sand, which I saw on a video already. So we're gonna need our 4 iron plates and andesite alloy. Probably gonna need a bunch of andesite alloy, and I don't think we have that many kind of on standby, but we do have a lot of zinc. So that should kind of cover that. And oh, andesite alloy, zinc, and andesite, which... How are we getting andesite, though? I'm kind of just taking it for granted that we have some of these things, but I actually don't know how we're getting andesite. Andesite alloy is cobblestone and diorite, or the pebbles, right? The pebbles. Okay, so I don't think we have any left over still. I don't know, maybe do we have any in here? Ah, we do. Okay, there we go. Saving grace. We don't have to sit and right click the floor for all eternity. We're just gonna get a bunch from there. And alloy. Completing a bunch of extra quests along the way. But yep. Gonna need some shafts. Basically what we need is we need the encased fan. And it's not too expensive at all. It's just it is going to be useful. Or very useful, actually, very instrumental in us getting basically an endless amount of soul sand. And that is going to get us our nether quartz, I think, which we'll need to move forward a bit with our storage system endeavors. So we've got kind of most of it at the moment. We just need the iron bits. Which, did we get any more iron in here? Oh, I see why we've kind of stopped. We keep forgetting that this does need to be manually filled, which, ugh, yuck, manual work. Probably like link this up, like how we've kind of got it done over here. I think we do have some cables, right? Yep. I think that's good enough, and can just do that. Yeah, there we go. No longer will we have to suffer manual labor. Oh, what a relief. Anyways, that should speed that up as it's happening. I'm gonna swap the iron in over there, and then basically we're gonna have to watch paint dry and let this happen so that we get enough iron to build the chain drive. Okay, so it seems like the iron is pretty much done going through here. So we got a little bit of extra to play around with. So we could go over to our trusty forge hammer and make our 4 plates. Ouch! It's really expensive. Go ahead and make the fan is the main thing I want to do here. All we need now is 1 soul sand, which I think we get from putting sand in the witch water, just dodging these Enderman like... One of them have a backpack again. Huh. Well, got some tunes in the background there. Oh, sucks you can't hear it from here. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing, actually. But I think if we do this, we can then grab a flint and steel, which we do still have. Here. Over there. And we get some soul fire. Right? And once we have that, we just need to go and probably just grab like a bunch of this and compress it down and do a lot of smashing which shouldn't take too long, right? There we go. We get some smashed sand, or crushed sand, rather, and we get a bunch of sand. And then you just throw this here, and I think we're just gonna... Oh, we have to cut it out of the way so we don't burn the sand. Yeah, but we basically got to do this until on the corner of our eye over there, we get soul sand, like a whole stack. We get a whole stack of soul sand if we do this long enough, which should solve our nether quartz issues. I'm hoping. We're gonna see if I starve to death first or that changes. We might have to actually set up like a water wheel system here, because I don't think this is gonna work for this, because I do think it has to be continuously going, and that's just gonna destroy my hunger. So let's set up a water wheel over here. Well, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. See what it takes from a crafting perspective. It's just planks surrounding that, which I think we have everything for that. Nope, we don't. Always gotta go back into the chests to get more stuff. Go water wheel. I can't believe that's not a quest. Okay, that's not how that works. Cool. So, luckily we've got this kind of... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. We wanted to do that. Yep. That, and that, and that. I don't want to lose this. I just made it. So I'd rather have a little safety platform at the bottom. Here we go. A little... No! No! Why am I not dying? Why am I not... There it is. I think that's the first time I've fallen off the... That's the first time I've fallen off the island. I knew it was gonna happen eventually. Just grab my hand back. Knew it was gonna happen eventually. But anyways, I think, does it have to turn this way to blow? Is that sucking? Oh, that's sucking. Okay. I'm gonna put the water on that side so it blows. There we go. There we go. It's blowing now. Blowing. Here we go. And we just kind of leave this here for a second. And I think if we, yeah, if we just, if I'm right, this should turn into soul sand. So fingers crossed. I'm hoping. Hey, I was right. It does turn into soul sand. So now we're just gonna grab that, and it does make you blind for some reason. I don't understand how that... Okay, I guess magical, I suppose, or something like that. But there's our soul sand, and I think if we just dump it in here, kind of ahead of the gravel, we should start getting some nether loot. If we just double check the recipe again, diamond mesh, it does, but it's only a 19% chance, which is kind of bad. But hey, we got one. So mission successful so far. We're also getting the prosperity shards, which is nice because we could go ahead with mystical agriculture soon. In the meantime, while we wait for that to sift down, we just go ahead and drop the rest of the sand in here. I think we should probably figure out a way to get this to be auto-filled with cobblestone as well, which would probably mean another one of those stone block generators over here, which we could probably make use of the fact that there is lava there already, so that would just mean this block would need to become water. But let's let's get that going. There we go. Block generator. Oh yeah, it's mega cheap. God, how cheap it is. Actually, I should have some glass still chilling in here. Yep. We've got our buckets, lava. There we go. And boom, boom. And we get our buckets back. And this doesn't take a lot to upgrade. So we can probably just upgrade it once. Like, I think the copper level is probably all right for this. For the purposes here, because we don't really draw lava from here all that often. Probably do that, and then just make sure that this becomes water. I do not like that the dirt is kind of showing there. It's just unprofessional, you know. It's just doesn't look nice. Ugh. There we go. There we go. That's gonna look much better. Grab some water, put it over there. I think that's gonna start making cobblestone. And my inventory is quickly becoming a mess, so gonna have to probably handle that as well. Do that and grab our configurator. Right, these things don't connect. Okay, that's not a problem. We do still have plenty of these storage crates lying around, I think. Go spruce crate. I know I picked up more when I disassembled the house as well, so just gonna keep abusing free stuff. And there we go. Cobblestone gonna be auto-filling these things so that this is now technically connected to perpetual power. And yeah, there we go. Got endless lava. I didn't expect that when I fell off that I was gonna fall from the sky and land here, because I've been throwing stuff off the edge this whole time, and it's not like it's now all of a sudden raining cobblestone when I throw it off over here. It does definitely delete the items, so I don't understand why it didn't delete the me. But right, there's all our sand converted to soul sand, which we can just in here. Probably do it like that, just so it goes in order, because I know it goes from top left to right, bottom right when it sifts through this. But we've got 5 already so far, so that's a good start. That's a good start. That's a lot of progress. I am noticing that food is going to be an issue as well, but we might just be able to put a little bit more of these botany pots down and get some crops kind of growing in there as well. Like some basically some basic wheat crops and stuff as well. Probably just gonna have to focus most of our resources around this kind of setup for now, just until we can have the managed storage system and stuff, just to make it easier, so that I'm not running around between chests and storage crates and stuff anymore. Then we have to yeah,